Hello, welcome to Fated Worlds WildBlue. Um, let's see. I think we have uh, the whole gang here, which is pretty awesome. Hello, welcome to
Oh,
Fated Worlds WildBlue. A little bit of an echo off of Twitch, but dealt with. Uh, so Asa is doubling up with Dimmy. Where it says Hasa, there's also Dimmy playing Rick Slacks, and I could maybe fix the title, but it'd be pretty cramped. Um, and we have Kelsa back. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back.
Cool. And Mark playing Marin. How are you?
fine.
All
How are
right.
you?
Good, good. Uh, so, uh, where we last left off, we had just finished a side quest, so I'm not sure where we are. Um, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Hasa, so you can establish that, and we will do cowboy stuff and use superpowers, and it'll be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we left it, if I remember correctly, in Pangtown. There had been this problem with the military who were surrounding the town, and we're gonna raid it unless the problem between the folk and the humans in the town got solved. And I believe you guys totally solved that problem.
I think we did.
Yeah.
And then everything went wrong because Rex Lax got kidnapped, and Duke went after him, and then Marin went after him, and then a bunch of sky pirates got killed. Chelsea.
Yes.
What did Appaloosa do? She has had a week and a half or something like that to maybe even two. I imagine she'd have 2 weeks or so in the time that Marin, Rexlax, and Duke took to get back to go towards Tom's Crossing and get back to Pinetown again.
So I figured that she probably was like helping. I was gonna say helping smooth things over with the populace there, but she has no social skills at all. So I think maybe she set up like a workshop and started like in the tradition of like a traveling tinker, just like anything even vaguely mechanical that the town had, she helped to fix it. Like she was like, well, we want to keep somebody here to make sure this does not explode again, but just like her presence being there was enough to be like, look, we've got eyes on you guys, instead of actually doing anything social to help smooth it over directly. She wasn't like talking to the townsfolk and trying to get to the bottom of what their conflict was. She was just like being there, wearing her cobalt star, and because by this point it's come out that we were with the rangers, right? Is that even the right word?
Wardens, yeah.
Wardens, that's the right word. Thank you. Yeah, because it had come out that we were with the Wardens by this point, at least her and Duke. And so she's just like being a presence and like being available and like press some buttons on, like, threw some levers on the inside of her horse to turn it into a a tinker station, and has kind of set up shop temporarily in the town and being like, look, I'll make toys for children and I'll do horses or whatever I need to do, but I'm not. Yeah, she's not going to play politics.
Okay.
You're not going to smooth things over by raising tensions?
Nope. It's really strange for me to play a character that is not a social character, that is just completely socially inept, so I always have to be like, nope, wait, this is not my paladin. I can't be like charisma everywhere, so it's not going to work. So yeah, she is the opposite of charismatic, pretty much. She's like really adorable and people like her, but she is also like prone to say the wrong thing and to not comprehend
makes it
the
more
social
fun, right?
yeah exactly, but it also means that she should not be doing that part. She's just being seen, and she's pretty obvious, so yeah.
Okay, so whilst you were there working in your tinker shop, this fellow Jack Hill, he's been coming in and out of your shop a few times, chatting, and if you were by chance a very naive person, you might want to think that he's this great guy, like he's really like such a nice guy, and you might without intending to, of course, let a little slip about your mission, what you're doing here.
I am naively optimistic. Are you offering me a fate point to play to my aspect?
Yeah.
I'll take it. You know what? I'll get chatty with this guy.
Cool. So he's got this nice like dark brown ponytail, and he's human, and he's just like you can just listen to him talk. He's got such a good talking voice. He's marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody like seems to like him. The fake way, not so much, but of the humans, like people just really really like him. He's got a bunch of people always around him.
That's because he's a good guy with no hidden agendas.
None. I'm
Never.
sure it's totally fine.
What if he actually is a nice guy?
He might be.
I mean,
that would be weird.
I totally see offering you a fate point and you'd be like, okay, now it's gonna come. Come on, now it's gonna come.
And then it just never does.
And I'll be like...
That would be absolutely hilarious, actually. I had a mild consequence, which I was trying to look up what it takes for those to go away.
I think like if you spend a week in a town, like you could have gone to a healer.
Okay.
Okay. The way it works is you get someone to help you start healing your mild consequence.
Mm-hmm.
And then the time a mild consequence takes to heal is a session.
Okay.
So like presuming you would have started it like last session, it would have been healed by now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get rid of it then. Brilliant. We'll pretend that happened while I was not here. Anyway, so yeah, like I'll chat him up and look. Well, you see, we were sent out here to keep the peace. This town is crucial.
Crucial. Yeah. I think you're right. This is such a wonderful town, and it's so wonderful that you've come here to help us all.
Oh well, thank you. I don't know what to say. I just doing my job. The wardens, we're all here to help.
Were we supposed to be undercover?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, can I give you a hand with something?
Oh, well, right now I'm just making sure no trouble dusts up. You can stay out of trouble. That'd be a mighty big help. And she smiles at her own joke.
He laughs like this very like joyous laugh at your joke, and you feel very flattered that he thinks you're so funny. And he says, I'll sure to stay clear from trouble. Anything I should be looking out for?
Well, it's hard to say what direction trouble comes from. Just be vigilant.
I will. So to remind you all, since it was quite a while ago, there's this folk, Brandon, I think Brandon, and this Brandon has this super destructive power that's just like not only extremely powerful, but it's also meant for destruction, which is unusual. You know, the level
yes.
could wipe a town out kind of thing. And you were here to deal with this Brandon.
Right. Thank you. I was forgetting the core secret of our secret mission. Thank you. So yeah, I guess I would tell him, well, there is some rumors going around that certain folk have powers that are more powerful than any person has a right to handle. I don't want to name names or nothing.
But it's deadly, Brendan.
It's like, and then he's like, but, yeah, and she's like, well, it might be a gentleman by the name of Brandon.
That is
like
a serious
in a
concern.
hushed conspiratorial tone, of course.
Yeah, that is indeed a very important task, and we're very lucky to have you to protect us from such folk.
And suddenly I have somewhere else to be. Sorry.
If you need my help, please let me know. I'd be happy to give you a hand with this, Brandon.
Well, that is mighty nice of you. I may take you up on that offer.
So, Marin Duke and Rixlax.
Yay!
You have been traveling back from Tromsflossing. You know, it's been quite an uneventful trip. And you reach Pinetown, where you find a Palooza who's set up a little shop and who's been preparing things for the people over there.
Okay. Oh, did we go back just by horse, or did we take the airship?
Let's see. I imagine you would have sent the airship on.
Okay.
To Cobalt.
If
you wanted to take the airship back, I guess. But I imagine you would have sent them on to Cobalt to enlist in the army.
I think I separate before we go into the city, so I'm not seen with the two
So there's
wardens.
someone at least who's still underground.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea.
The Rixlax may or may not be known. They knew of the Cobalt Star in Laketown, but they may not know it in Pinetown. And even in Laketown, it was kind of kept hush-hush. So, Rixlax, are you going in with Duke, or are you going in separately? Are you going in with Duke as, you know, a humble merchant?
Well, I'll be going with him, but, you know, he wears his star, I'm not wearing my star, so it might very well be just, you know, Duke walking with a random person.
Okay.
All right.
I assume we won't be screaming, how we are wardens and such.
Well, I will.
Duke doesn't know how to not be a warden.
Yeah.
So I think like the first the first goal you got from the Citadel was figure out where and when this Brandon was to be transported, because they knew that he was going to be transported.
So, like, has he already been captured, or is he just moving himself? Like, when you say transported, that implies, like, as a prisoner or something. Or am I reading too much into that?
I imagine that they would have mentioned that he's being transported by the Sith.
Okay, so not as a prisoner, but just there. He's shuffling around as just. Yeah, I don't know. Under what circumstances? Do we know?
You do not know. You weren't given the specifics of this transport. There was just a rumor that he was being transported by the folk from one location to another, and this would be a weak point in his protection.
Okay. And specifically through Pinetown, or just sort of through this general area?
They had knowledge of the fact that where he was going to be, like what route he was going to be taken.
Who has that knowledge?
I believe they did mention that knowledge was in the hands of the leader of the town, the lady Illiwin.
Oh yes.
The lady what?
Illiwin. She was the stern lady from the folk that you met earlier when you were trying to fix the problems, who insisted that the human apologized to one of the folk that they had insulted.
I missed that. So where can we find her?
She's the village leader. She's, in the central square of the town. She has a little house there.
And does she, know us, or like or dislike us? Or something?
Well, yeah, we talked to her before, and it seemed like the negotiations were fairly neutral. Is that correct?
I think so.
Like she
Does she know who we are?
She knows she knows who Appaloosa and Duke is, because Appaloosa was with Duke at the time, which is why she wound up sticking around with her Cobalt Star on, because everybody knew that she was a warden by then.
Well, you can go and try ask her as wardens, and if that doesn't work, we can figure out something else.
Okay.
Figure out something else, Marin.
Marin tries to seduce her. What? I mean,
or I can go and pretend I'm supposed to, lead that caravan wherever it needs leading, but people haven't told me enough or something. But I mean, we can just try asking first. It could work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure. I mean, I could see it being like a touchy subject, but maybe if we just ask nicely.
Well, does my new friend? I already forgot. I didn't write it down. Was it John? Something.
Oh, Jack Hill.
Thank you, Jack Hill. So yeah, when I let slip to Jack Hill that's who we were looking for, that was before everybody got back, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has he come back to me with any information?
Let's see. Give me a context roll and get an advantage for knowing him.
Okay, my contacts are 0. Oh wait, I was supposed to add it. There was no place to add the advantage on there. I expected it to, but it didn't give me a bonus. So it brings me to 0.
That brings it to 1.
Brings you to 1.
What?
No, he has not come back to you.
I thought wouldn't the advantage have been +1?
No, +2.
Oh.
Usually
Oh,
things
okay.
in Fate go in 2s, so...
Sweet.
Unless I specifically mention that it's a 3 or a 1 or whatever. It's it's just a 2.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, 1 is not very great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's fairly average, and this is not fairly average knowledge.
Okay, yeah. I don't think... I feel like Appaloosa is naive enough that she would not have realized her faux pas in telling him this. Like, it happened very casually, and so it didn't, like, register on her radar of, oh, shit, I fucked up, or maybe we have a contact, so it's just, like, going on in the background. So, yeah, Duke and Marin and Rixlax all get back, and, I guess that Appaloosa's been staying somewhere. Is there, like, a hotel or a tavern or something? Is she being put up by someone in the town? Like, she helped fix their tractor, and now they're putting her up in the barn or something? I don't know.
I think the latter, there was this... Actually, you know what? Probably Jack Hill would have arranged you a spot. He knew someone who had a barn with a nice spot. Or no, not even a barn, a nice room somewhere. You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy.
I know!
It's great. Cool, yeah. So, where would I guess when Duke comes back into town, he makes a show of it.
More or less.
Punches through a wall and moves on.
Kool-Aid Man style. Alright, so yeah. Appaloosa would meet up with Duke once he gets back into town and probably find a time to meet with Marin and Rixlax. You guys probably worked something out on your travels in before you split up, I'm assuming. So yeah. Well, Duke, it is mighty good to see you back again.
You're a sight for sore eyes yourself. And,
This town's been right quiet while you were gone.
Good. And it's good to see you looking hale. Wow, last time that stab wound was mighty nasty.
Indeed it was, but luckily the townfolk here were kind enough to help patch me up.
Good.
And I've been doing a quick bit of business on the side, just assisting them townfolk in anything needs assisting.
Sounds all right. I don't want to waste too much time. Maybe we should go ahead and talk to Lewin and see what she knows about Brayden.
That's a right good idea. I wouldn't want to have troubled her on my own. You got a bit more of a way with words than I do, I must say.
You're too kind.
Very lovely couple.
So yeah, we'll head over to Lewin's house, I guess. Unless I know that she would be somewhere else in the town doing town leader duties.
Yeah, she's in. She just helped a lady with her problems, and she says, "How can I help?"
Well, I hope I'm not pressing on a sensitive subject, but there's a there's a man we heard was coming through that we'd like to just talk to a bit and make sure that nothing gets out of hand. You might know him, Braden.
She frowns her eyes and she frowns her eyes. She frowns her eyebrows and says, "And what business would the wardens have with Brandon?"
Oh, Brandon, not Braden. Sorry. Well, nothing too serious. Just we've heard that he has some rather unusual abilities, and we just want to make sure that that we have a chance to talk a bit, jaw a bit, and again make sure that nothing gets out of hand.
Maybe he'd be interested in joining our ranks and protecting humans and folk alike.
If you want, you can roll an empathy, either of you.
Not it.
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't think I'm any better than you at it, but I'll give it a shot.
Sure. Okay.
And
she looks at you and she says, "I'm afraid that that won't happen."
well, if I were, say, a cool-headed negotiator, would that maybe help out a bit?
Well, I imagine that would help out if you're trying to convince her. If you want, you can also use it to read her. I don't think. Yeah, you could use it to try and read her, or you could use it to try and convince her. Either way.
Okay.
Convincing her would be a rapport roll.
Yeah. Let me just Yeah, I think I'll let go whatever I missed, like trying to read her, and I'll just try and convince her and see how that goes. Because that I actually have some competence in. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and let me see. That seems to be rolling the right thing. Yeah, they updated the sheets. They're sort of better.
Yeah, I like it. Especially when I'm trying to create really powerful characters. Before I had to do all kinds of jumping through hoops. Bottom one. Okay. Trying to figure out which thing to use.
And so that's before
I
you
can totally enter a modifier.
Oh.
Actually.
Where?
Well.
How?
Oh, okay. A critical success. Okay.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'm guessing she's unconvinced.
I got a critical success. Okay.
Kind of reminds me of the what's it called? Cipher with the
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she says, "I'm sorry, I can't be persuaded in this matter. I fear the case with Brandon is very delicate, and I assure you that we'll handle it at the utmost discretion."
Well, again, I don't want to press. Though I do think that just having a little sit down would solve more problems that it would might create. But hopefully it can be worked out another way. I can see you're going to stand firm.
I'll assure you that the folk will handle this matter amongst themselves in a way that is not harmful to you people. I have no intentions of ever, recreating this war again.
Does that mean just going to use it against other folk?
Well, that's what I was kind of wondering. Is there a way can I roll to see if she's lying?
Sure.
All right. So I have attention to detail, which means that I can roll notice instead of empathy to defend against deceive attempts. So basically, I watch her like a hawk. And okay, so it lets you input a modifier for rolls, except for mediocre, which just automatically rolls.
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I imagine that's still a bug that needs working out.
Deuce.
So you don't see any clear signs of deception?
Okay.
You might see a little more if you'd spend a fate point on it.
Yes, I'm willing to spend a fate point on this because I just got one earlier. I'll spend a fate point to bump that up.
Okay. So
what
you
aspect?
notice that when she says that that she isn't planning to do anything to rekindle the war, she's entirely honest. But there was just the slightest quiver in her voice when she said the folk will handle this amongst themselves. That gave you the idea that not all the folk might see things the way she does.
And she knows it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think I was probably invoking Starry-Eyed Thinker because that involves eyes and seeing things.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, yeah. So like, I don't want to bring that up in front of her, but like, I kind of nod and like give a sideways look to Duke, like we're not getting any more out of her.
Okay, Mark, we can hear you talking, typing.
Yeah, it's super loud
Sorry,
for some reason.
Important, so I have to do it. I will mute myself for a moment.
Okay, thanks.
She gestures you out the door and she says, "If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know."
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, and when we get outside, I turn to Duke. Now, well, she is completely honest. She does not want to restart the war. I'm not entirely sure that she's in charge of what happens with Brandon. And, well, I can't say precisely what tipped me off, but I feel like she thinks, at least, that maybe those who are in charge are not as sympathetic to the humans' cause as she herself is, if you catch my meaning.
Stands to rights. Not sure who else we should talk to, though. I mean, we can always send in Marin, but best not to be too obvious about it. We should give it a little bit of time. Do we know of anybody else in town who might know where Brandon's going to be?
Well, what I would suggest is I can go around to people like innkeepers and people with establishments mostly, and ask about a caravan that's supposed to be passing here or leaving. not being specific, but basically looking for this caravan thing, and then if nothing comes up of it, I would just go to this lady again and still pretend that it's I'm looking for this caravan.
Sounds good.
And if she doesn't know every single detail of the transport plan, she might believe that I'm the guy. Or Maren can do something. Or we can both do something.
Go ahead. If you want to go around and talk to people, that's contacts. If you want to do that while not being clear about what your goal is, staying under the radar, that's contacts and this.
And what if I want to sweeten the deal by giving them something for a better answer?
I imagine that if you roll high enough on resources, you can create an advantage for yourself.
Cool.
He was just very close to the camera.
Or what?
I was hinting to that.
Let's see. I guess I have to see if I get an advantage first with the resource. Or I think I have a. Yeah, I'm bribing people. So.
Nice.
You have resources.
You succeed with
Wow.
style. So deceive to stay under the radar, and that's just a normal, unless you have them.
Nope. Wait,
No, that reminds me. Improvement goals.
Oh yes.
Go back to crumb.
You can totally add a +4
Yeah.
from
Fuck's sake.
3. Wow. There's no trust in the contacts.
Wait.
To get a bonus from all those bribes he was throwing around?
Yeah, I can get it to a 3. I was just looking at my aspects to see if I can, use one of them as well, if it's needed.
I imagine with this you'll stay under the radar, but you won't find any. You won't find out anything. But if you bump it up with fate point, you might figure something out.
Well, it's obvious that I'm asking those people as and being nice to them, and I'm investing in me being nice and getting all the information.
Bribing more. And
Yeah.
more.
Just have everything. Have my sleeves and my pants and everything.
It's like, hey, you should totally come with me and look at this great jar of really good pickled onions. And
Yeah, I had something here.
oh, it was Brayden apparently.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's how notes work.
Oh, well, yeah, I will totally use the fate point for that.
Okay, so you find out that this you find out something. It's you don't get all the details of the whole trip, so you won't be able to pick the nicest spot, but you do hear that there is somebody to be transported through the field of 2 trees.
Do I know where that is?
Sure, I imagine you would.
How close is it to town?
It's a little more north. So it would be within a day's drive. Riding. Sorry.
Oh, and now I can hear that dog in the background.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's super annoying every
Yeah, it's on the terrace next to ours, so
Okay.
it's quite loud. You know what? I'll go to some lady that an old lady that just just looks like she has nothing to do and, worries about her children and grandchildren and stuff, that kind of stereotypical grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And will ask her to tell me a story about the field of two trees. And not to tell me a story, but I will ask her if she's heard of the place and I'm new around, and I'm curious.
This lady, tell me a little more about her. I presume you're asking in Pinetown?
Yeah.
Okay, and is she folk or is she human?
From what I can tell, she's human. She's sitting there, kind of skinny looking, maybe doesn't have, the best life ever. She looks a bit, like not lost in memories, but kind of melancholic.
Okay.
Is that the word?
Melancholy works.
Yeah. And yeah, just maybe looks a bit, sad, but nothing, that would. She's not homeless on the street, looking for scraps and such.
Okay. So she looks at you and she frowns and she sighs and she says, "The field of two trees. Yes, yes. The folk, they tell many stories about that place. I heard a boy died there once. His mother left him there playing, and when she came to pick him up later, there was just black mark where he had been. It's a horrible place. You should definitely stay away from there. Listen to me, young man. You should certainly listen to me. If you don't, bad things will happen."
And that is totally our next destination.
She starts like rambling on about all the people that ignored her advice and just yeah. Basically, you wanted to leave, but then you get offered some tea and cookies, and then you must see the pictures of her cats.
Mm-hmm.
Plot twist: she's some sort of a succubus, and that's her weird way of. I'll try to figure out how can I repay her by what would basically help her. I mean, does she need money or a kind word or whatever?
Okay, before we do stuff, hold on. Improvement points.
Oh, right.
Oh, yes.
Before we forget.
Right.
So, Kelsa,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what you're gonna work on? Good morning.
I don't know. Come back to me. I'm not sure what I want.
Anybody have an idea yet?
I want to get rid of my headache.
Oh.
Well, as long as you try.
Gotta think very hard about getting rid of my headache.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'd like to continue to try and improve on not umming.
Perfect. Mark, do you have any ideas?
I'm still thinking.
It's a very difficult thing to come up with.
Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier and didn't come up with anything, which is why I'm doubling up.
Yeah, it's totally fine to pick something you did earlier that you still want to keep working on. It doesn't have to be something new or novel. That's not the goal.
I'll try the last thing I had where I'm looking for something for Rixlax to drive to.
Okay, sure.
I just might want to bring the plot forward a bit.
Sure.
I don't know if this is legitimate, but what if it's I want to look for opportunities to basically use my cool power and tinker with stuff on camera.
You can try creating those situations.
Yeah. Exactly.
Totally. That sounds legit. So just like, look at it, and if you find a good moment, then use it. But the main point is that you try to find opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, sorry, what were we doing? I think you were trying to repay the old lady.
Yeah.
Imagine that, she's this old weary lady, so she's definitely clearly poor. You don't need to,
I want to see if I don't have burglary.
Are you gonna steal something from her and give it to her?
I was going to put something in her money in her pocket so she doesn't, lose her pride. Yeah, but yeah.
Well, you can totally deceive her and kind of be like, oh well, yeah, I have this thing, and you'd be such a dear to help me get rid of it.
Well, yeah, sure. I'll tell her that this bag of of a few coins is just always in my way, and it's I'm a traveler. What do I need money for? I mean, I just need a bit more freedom on my boat and such. So I would be happy to get rid of it, and it's old, and I don't want it anymore.
Okay, go ahead and deceive her. Shall I roll for you? Okay, she looks at you suspiciously and she says, sure. Would you require anything in return?
No. I'm happy to have. I was happy to have you as company.
Okay, she quickly tucks away the purse, and she seems very content. You see a little sigh of relief, knowing that she can pay her rent the next month.
And did we establish some sort of a meeting spot where we, bundle our cover if we
secretly meet up?
Yes, we totally had that plan.
In your workshop. That could actually be a good idea.
Imagine that in the workshop would be very conspicuous. Hey,
True.
Duke is going to the workshop of Appaloosa. Hey, two other people are going there too at the same time.
I'm sure you can use your powers to create a room that's not visible to anyone.
Oh.
And even if not, it's... oh, wow.
You could totally try and engineer a sneaky backdoor hidden room thing if you'd like to, Appaloosa.
Yeah, sure. I can create that. I believe I can.
People ducking in the alleyway, inconspicuous, and then just leaning against the right plank somewhere, and just
Yep, that's definitely. I had 2 weeks. I could have made that, no problem. It's very. I know, right?
Or, you can have the workshop always kind of vibrating, and in a week or two, people realize it itself has been digging a hole, which is the secret room.
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to roll crafts on that, or just that I've done it?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. I made it, and it was awesome.
I imagine it was fairly good. Not actually, you have an advantage on that, right? Because of your power, so that would actually be higher. That'd be a 7, I imagine. I
don't know how
yeah,
the way
so the mechanical side of that is like you get either a +4 on one skill, like it's basically worth 2 stuns, so you can get a +4 on one skill in a certain situation, or 2 +2s. But I think yours is fairly narrow, so that be a
mine
+4.
was.
I mean,
I thought one of the stunts was that I can roll craft in place of other skills.
Yeah.
If I can justify that I either could tinker it to work or have a robot do it for me.
Okay.
And then the second stunt would just be a +2, so it would be a 5.
Okay. Well, sure, totally. You can create a really cool like hidden room, and you have this like built-in like sensor that senses if a kobold star is near. So if like Reclax and Marin are carrying their kobold star with them hidden, then that the thing activates, and then when you push against that particular wooden plank on the side of the building, just a nice trapdoor opens and you can go down the stairs.
You can totally abuse that by getting the device and scanning everyone around and seeing who's at work.
I mean,
that would work.
I could. Okay, cool.
But
So
there-
you
yeah,
have
there-
the secret meeting place.
Yeah, there probably aren't a whole bunch of hidden wardens around the town other than ourselves.
Well,
You
you
never
don't know.
I
Yeah, you
mean,
never know. Exactly.
if there is, there's like a little light that comes on if there's a warden walking by the secret door, and it hasn't come on until you guys got back. I think I would have noticed.
I think you would have noticed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Yeah,
we all meet downstairs. I turn my sign from open to closed.
You have all these gadgets and such, but the sign is just a little paper that you have to turn.
It's like one of those ones that has like the clock in it. It's like, I'll be back at, and then I
Cool.
yeah.
And if everyone is around, or even if they're not, I will let you know what I found out about the transport situation and the field of two trees.
The field of two trees.
And that there's tell the old lady's story, but you can never totally believe those stories that old ladies tell, but usually there is something there, so we might as well be cautious if we decide on going there.
Yeah. Well, where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
It sounds like you got the most solid lead out of any of us. Good job, Break Slacks.
Marin, did you do anything in the meantime?
Well, I probably tried to find a place where I could overhear most of the conversations without being detected.
Okay.
Was I able to do that?
Well, there are the occasional small meetings in the house of Lady Ilwyn. So you could try and spy on those.
No, I wanted to hear the conversation about in the beginning when Appaloosa was briefing everyone else. So
I imagine you would do that in the secret room and hear it from her. Like you could just walk into the alley and be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then push the thing and go into the trapdoor.
yeah, I think that makes sense.
So you would have heard the conversation.
Okay. After that, I think it would be easier probably to find Brandon if you were folk, right?
Might be.
How fortunate. So, if I ask the people that probably know where Brandon is, I think that might be a good idea. I'll just try that.
Okay.
I heard about Brandon and I don't know his goals. That's the problem. I could say I want to join him, but anyway, let's go ahead. I'll just.
Yeah, he sounds so powerful. It's exciting. Tell me all about him.
So, what are you trying to do? Are you singling out one person and like are you going to Lady Ilwyn and like specifically talking to her? Are you just trying to talk to as much people as possible?
I think I'll talk to the people that I have high chances of knowing it, so I'm not just going around asking random people. That would be ridiculous. But no, I'm not going to do that. I think Iluen would be one good person to talk to.
And are you trying to be genuine and get her to tell you? Are you trying to trick her into telling you?
I think I have to trick her anyway, because I won't say, "Hey, I'm a warden. Hey, is Brandon here?" I wanna talk to him.
Okay.
No, more like I've heard about a person around here that I would have a word to, and I could be useful to him. Would you please show me the direction I have to go to meet him?
Okay. Roll deceive.
Oh, that's not how it's done. That's how it's done, but probably not successfully.
Well, hopefully her...
I could use a fate point, right?
You could. Then you could. When you use a fate point, you will succeed.
Then I will just do that.
Okay.
You would succeed at a cost.
Yeah, but I've done like when you spend a fate point, you don't have to pay the cost. It's you're already spending some valuable resource. It really seems fair that if you spend a fate point, you. So let's see. What will she tell you? So she will tell you that
I think they're stuck.
Oh, I see. They're frozen. Okay.
Oh, is it me or is it
User in
them?
your channel timed out.
Oh, it was them. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh.
And I'd say that, we'll get back to them, except that, the house is running. So, in the meantime,
User entered your channel.
Okay, here we go. Hey, welcome back.
In the meantime,
So,
okay, so we're on our way getting back. So, what Ilwyn tells you is the goal of the journey. She says the Crimson Council is transporting Brandon to. Can somebody give me the name of a fort, mountain fort?
Mountain Fort.
maybe just Fort James? It's not inspired, but it's the first thing that popped into my head.
Sure, Clee. So they're transporting Brandon to Fort James, and you really have his best interest at heart.
Of course we do.
You would go there and then offer your services and keep your eyes open for ways to really help him rather than use him.
My neighbor's internet is not very strong. Are we still there?
Hello?
Yeah, it's cutting in and out
Yeah.
a little
Probably
bit.
understanding you, but
Oh.
I think I did.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you. Why do they exactly go there? I think this is going to be a problem.
Yeah. It sounds like it
Can you
is.
hear me?
Sounds like it is once again in the process of timing out.
User in your channel timed out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure enough.
Oh,
Well, okay. As I was saying before, time to come up with a devious plan. So sounds like they're. Oh, I am umming. Anyway, sounds like they're gonna go to this Fort James, and rather than meeting him there, which seems like it would be, or seems like it might be a difficult place to try and do anything about him. Maybe we can try and find a spot that's a little bit outside the fort, but that all the major trails pass by, and set up sort of an ambush. Not like we're gonna just shoot him out of hand or anything like that, but just to kind of ride down and have a talk, kind of in force.
might be easier to just let me infiltrate them without having to face a force. We have no idea how big they are and if they even go that way.
Okay.
We
User
don't even
entered
know
your
if you
channel.
will be
Hello?
fast enough to actually
Welcome back.
Welcome
intercept
back.
them.
Yeah, I think that as a player, I have no problem with that plan whatsoever. That sounds like it could work well. I think that Duke would hate that plan because it puts you in danger and leaves him like sort of being on the sidelines while you're putting yourself into danger, rather than him doing the whole rescue the fair maiden trope, which he's so drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still could be the distraction in the end when I finalize whatever I have to do or have to flee.
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask before, but was I think interrupted. You probably didn't hear it. So why do they exactly go there, and when will they arrive?
So what you've heard is that the Fort James is really impregnable place. Like, it's on the top of like a big rock. There's like cliffs going straight down. There's a little road leading away from it that only one person can walk it at the same time. And it's very well guarded. The location it belongs to the folk entirely. The location is known, but nobody has ever been crazy enough to try and get in there.
Except folk.
Except folk. Folk are allowed in there after stern security checks and things like that.
So what you're saying is we need to hit him before he gets there.
So she says she gives you slightly of a vague date. She says he'll be there somewhere after the 15th. But she doesn't give you an exact time.
Well, that wouldn't be possible anyway, I think. I think a date is really exact for that time. But, well, I think that's my time now to talk to the others and finalize the plan.
No, I just did it again. Are you guys seeing us?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I'll refresh then. The internet started working again, so I assumed that if it worked for your neighbors, it would work for you as well, so I went back to your internet. There we go. Now we should be back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent.
And I took a pill. Hopefully it will work soon.
If it is the right pill, then
I hope.
actually,
No, you just like went and like went to the store and pointed to the collection. I want that one.
that
Well, I
one
didn't
looks
know
good.
what's a pill.
What did you say, Mark?
That one looks good.
Yeah. I liked it. It's like very pink and red.
Actually, I took wrong. I think yesterday or something. Except of a my roommate told me it's painkiller, but it's actually was for muscle relaxing.
It's not the same. That is not the same.
But well, it was comfortable.
You were very relaxed. So, how about a 5-minute break?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds like pretty good timing, yeah.
As good time as any.
Now that internets are back.
Yeah, next time that the internet dies, you guys can just take a 5-minute break, and then hopefully, if it's like this, it will be back again.
Hopefully it won't die again.
Hopefully it won't die again.
Hopefully it won't die again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. So we'll be back in 5. Stick around.